Hello everyone, my name is Prajjwal Chauhan and I'm working as a legal intern with LEXIS and Company for the month of July. The topic for this video is going to be emergency provisions in Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution gives President the authority to declare three types of emergencies: national emergency, state emergency and financial emergency. Emergency provisions in India are borrowed from Weimar Constitution of Germany. Constitution of India envisages emergency of following three types: Article 352, National Emergency; Article 356, Emergency in State, that is President's Rule; and Article 360, Financial Emergency. First up is National Emergency. Under Article 352, if the President is satisfied that there exists a grave situation wherein the security of the country is threatened on the grounds of war, external aggression, or armed rebellion, he can proclaim emergency to that effect. Emergency can be declared over the complete territory of India or any part thereof. President can declare emergency on the written advice of the cabinet, and a special majority is required to approve an emergency resolution. Once approved, emergency shall operate for a maximum period of not more than 6 months. Lok Sabha has the power to disapprove the operations of national emergency at any time. If not less than 1/10 members of Lok Sabha in writing to the Speaker, if a House is in session, or to the President, then Speaker or President, as the case may be, shall convene a special session of Lok Sabha within 14 days, and if such a resolution is passed, President shall revoke national emergency. Now let's take a look at the amendments in the national emergency laws. 38 Constitutional Amendment Act 1975. It empowers President to proclaim national emergency on different grounds, even though an emergency already is under operation. Next is 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. It empowered President to modify or vary national emergency. Under the original constitution, only the imposition or revocation were possible. Under the original constitution, President could have imposed national emergency only over complete territory of India. This amendment enabled him over a part of the country. Next is 44th Constitutional Amendment of 1978. It was enacted to prevent the misuse of emergence power by the executive. Now let's take a look at effects of national emergency on executive. State governments not dismissed, they continue to operate but are brought under the effective control of the center, which assumes the power to give instruction to state government, which shall abide by such directions. On legislature, state legislature continue to operate and legislate, but parliament assumes concurrent legislative powers on state subjects, and a law operates enacted by parliament shall cease to operate at the expiry of 6 months after the revocation of national emergency to the extent of incompetency. On financial relations, President can suspend the distribution of financial resources between center and state, and center can make use of any national resource to fight the cost of the basis of which emergency is declared. On fundamental rights, Article 358 deals with the suspension of the fundamental rights guaranteed by Article 19, while Article 359 deals with the suspension of fundamental rights except those guaranteed by Article 20 and 21. As per Article 358, when a proclamation of national emergency is made, the 6 fundamental rights under Article 19 are suspended only when national emergency declared on the ground of war or external aggression, and not on the grounds of armed rebellion. Now let's take a look at President's rule, that is state emergency. As per Article 355, it shall be the duty of the Union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbance, and to ensure the governance of every state is carried out in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. Under Article 356, if President is satisfied on the report of Governor or otherwise that there exists a great emergency where the administration of the state cannot be continued in accordance with the provisions of Constitution, by invoking Article 355, any person can dismiss state government and take over the state administration on to himself and declare that President will enact law on behalf of state legislature. Effects of President rule, state emergency. On executive. State government is dismissed and the executive powers of the state is exercised by the center. On legislature. State legislature does not function to legislate. State legislative assembly is either suspended or dissolved. On financial relations. There is no impact on the distribution of financial resources between center and state. Amendments. 42nd Amendment Act 1976 extended the period of state emergency from 6 months to 1 year. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978 reverted back the operations of state emergency to 6 months. Further, it divided the maximum period of 3 years of operations into 1 year under ordinary circumstances and 2 years under extraordinary circumstances, for which the stipulated conditions shall have to be satisfied. Now the third one and the last one is financial emergency. Under Article 360, if the President is satisfied that a situation has arisen whereby the financial stability or credit of India of any part of the territory thereof is threatened, he may give a proclamation making a declaration to that effect. This emergency is never imposed in India. Thank you very much for patiently listening, and please subscribe to this channel and share this video.